What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Big Bro and Little Sis Reacts. I'm the Big Bro. This is the Little Sis.
This is the Big Bro.
Stop being a hater. And today we are on How to Get Away with Murder. This is season 5, episode 6. We Can Find Him. So last we left off, Bonnie showed up at her sister's house, so she ready to confront her. She went with Ron, and
he was like, that's funny.
And in the flash forward, Connor found Asher linking up with his mama in the parking lot while he's looking for Oliver. Also, we won the Philly case for Nate's dad, so he is officially being moved to the mental asylum. And I guess we'll move on to the next case. We got a W, so that's good for Annalise and Nate and everything. And Laurel knows Frank is on to Gabriel, much like Oliver does. So we'll see where that goes. And yeah, I guess this is pretty much still trying to figure out what Bonnie's gonna do. So let's jump into this and see what they got. Full and early reactions are available on Patreon. Why that sound like George Lopez?
It does.
Now I'm about to propose.
Had a wedding.
Something must have happened between us. I'm outside, can we talk?
Or you want to throw me some money? Because those are the only excuses for you showing up out of nowhere after a freaking decade.
Mommy?
Skylar, what are you doing up? That's my sister, Bonnie. She's your aunt.
I need to stay here.
Yeah, Annalise is right.
She has a little girl. I had no idea, so I couldn't talk to her yet.
I don't feel good about this.
I love you, but now I can handle this.
I don't know, I have an eerie feeling about this.
I'm just so happy for you two. Never in my life did I believe this day would come.
His mom don't look too happy.
I have some savings.
Mom, no,
I get to spend my money on what I want.
Okay.
Or we could just try to make this place work. Wedding's not about a location, it's about who we invite. And you will both be there, so...
Whatever you say.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be there.
Me either.
I didn't see her in the flash forward.
Professor Keating has a professional obligation, so I'm your boss for the day. Our client, Gutsuckers. I need someone to run point. I can do it. Miss Castillo, you're taking lead. I want a full report by 5 p.m.
The family almost destroyed this firm. That's why we have to take Lover into accounts like Gutsuckers. It's about time you paid us all back.
Whoa. This is how Michaela help you. Let's see what the governor got to say
Miss
today.
Keating, we meet at last.
Governor.
As head of the project, you'd allocate funds for public defenders, create caseload caps. Most important, I want you to draft a bill
So do your
to reduce
job.
the prison population by 50%. A law that could be adopted by every state in the nation if we get it right. And don't worry about your law clinic. We want you to hire your students to work on this project.
No, there's definitely a catch. She's doing something sinister.
Right.
You want me to do your job? I don't think so. Straight to business.
He said he was dead.
You lost all that blood. Mom said he sold her. I don't know.
The plot thickens. I actually believe her.
They'd kill me if I ever told you. I just never wanted you to worry. That's all this was.
Now I'm worried about who we ended up with.
Things I've done to him. I need to write that family a letter. Been 30 years. Just find me somebody to write to. Please, son.
He still has healing to do.
I had no clue why she wanted to see me until I got there.
So you turned her down? What is this about? You want more money? Humiliating me?
Yeah.
You signed a contract and I...
You think the board wants to hear that you've committed more misconduct?
Come on now, Annalise. She be quick with the defense.
I've worked too long and too hard to get an ounce of power in this world, and your ass sure as hell is not going to decide what's right for me.
Come on.
I'll let you know when I've made my decision.
You said an ounce of power. But no, Burkhead is up to something. I just can't see what it is yet.
I know you had to move here to save money for the wedding, but you want to know another solution? Get married in a church. They're cheap.
Mom, we have already talked about
Super
You think
religious.
God hates you, I know.
that. Is not what I said.
Why not ask your father for money?
Oh, God.
Oliver told me he's rich.
He and I aren't that close anymore.
Sorry.
Of course you
You
have
don't
the
think
bachelor
much
party.
of
The more the merrier.
Mom goes to their son's bachelor
The
party.
cool moms. That's who. Joanna and I are gonna be
She
on our best
fast.
behavior. Isn't that right, JoJo?
Joanna don't like none of y'all.
For real.
It looked like she Betty, like Oliver.
Stop sucking in that gut and shrink it.
Not calories from being digested. That means that it's the ad agency's fault, not our clients.
Why is Miss Castillo wrong?
A corporation assumes liability for the actions of its subcontractors, which of course I learned from you.
9 a.m. tomorrow. I want 10 more ideas better than this one.
She tried to tell you this is Michaela's thing.
You couldn't have told me that before.
I just remembered.
Or you'll do anything to impress her. Because you're
Come on, Michaela, don't throw her on the bus like that.
So, looks like it's my turn to scratch your back.
what?
You helped me when I was running Pullman Senior's case. It's only right to return the favor.
Saying things like that makes me want to come and rescue you. What's going on?
Actually, I do need your help.
She's just fine. Oh.
She thinks she's the one that's been protecting me this
Ooh,
whole time.
right.
Really, it's the other way around. And all I've done is, if she knew the truth, it would kill her.
You send this to Bonnie so that she can press
Frankly,
some
we've
more
got it
information.
covered. She offered me this job this morning.
You need to read through that thoroughly. But it feels like bullshit.
Trust me, I don't trust anyone.
Right.
Why don't you just talk to Oliver, right? Maybe he can get through to her.
He can. He's afraid of her.
Uh-oh.
Family?
That doesn't mean you have to do everything she says.
Actually, it does. She never asks me for anything.
She's your mother. She's not supposed to.
rather have a big stupid wedding.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, what about?
You are a good son. That's painfully obvious after seeing you two together.
It just feels like I have to come out all over again.
You do.
Tell me what? What am I missing?
This time you have me.
The serial number is unregistered. So if the police found it, you would be arrested. Child services would come take Skylar.
I live alone in a bad part of town. I'll make it right.
That was a long time ago.
Help you find him if that's what you want. And find him.
You're here to offer me an apology?
Actually, I'm here to accept yours.
Okay, what you got for me?
Okay, you can't make jokes if you can't take them. I was reading over the governor's proposal, and from what I read, the offer isn't exactly what Burke had made it out to be. Paragraph
Right.
12B. The project's budget will be determined by quarterly targets to reduce the incarceration rate. Failure to meet those targets will result in you having your funding frozen. This project has a smokescreen, Annalise. She knows she can't beat you, so she's going to bury you in bureaucracy instead. If you can't see that, I can't help you.
I don't think he's wrong. I'm gonna be honest.
Miss Katie, I was hoping to hear from you. Unless you're calling to turn down my offer. You're uncomfortable with the quarterly targets?
I'll need a set budget regardless of our progress.
I'll talk to my people. Anything else you're bumping on?
I want a pardon for Nathaniel Leahy Sr. He's waiting for a placement in a mental health facility, but he would prefer to live with his son.
That is a bold request.
House
So he's
arrest.
asking me to work for you.
These decisions have to be vetted by the Board of Pardons, but I'll look into it and see what I can do, okay?
Okay?
Her goal to free everybody else because Burkhead's gonna take her down.
I hate it.
Why? They died in the crotch?
No, Mom, let's just look for something that's a little more modern. I don't want to clash with Connor.
Right, because this wedding is about what he wants.
Why don't you like him?
Before you met him, you had a good job, a good place to live.
It was my idea to move.
How am I supposed to know that when you never call me?
Mom, Connor's not the reason that I've been pulling away.
Are you sure? He's very bossy.
I'm HIV positive.
What it is.
I'm undetectable, which means that medicine is working. I just didn't tell you so you wouldn't worry.
You not telling me does make me worry.
The first thing you told me when I came out is that you wanted me to be safe. We both know what that meant. And I am safe, even though this happened. I'm ashamed that it happened.
But Connor accepted him.
Even though I don't want to be, but
Him too.
I guess I just hate disappointing people, especially you. So I shouldn't say that. This doesn't have to be such a big deal.
Look at me, Oliver. Look at me. I'm here for you until the day I die, no matter what. I just hate that you felt you had to go through this
I'm trying to tell you.
Then he should have told me.
No. But she seems nice,
She's,
okay.
I think she's joking.
She just a little rough around the edges, but I wasn't sure about her at first.
Let's hear it, Miss Castillo. Or am I gonna have to tell Keating you're a failure?
I guess we'll see. In 1993, a class action was filed against Trim Me. In exchange, the company would be protected from all claims of damages. I suggest we offer the judge the Trim Me precedent. That way, instead of paying $100 million in potential damages, we've estimated to be only $5 million.
This is a rare occurrence, but I'm actually impressed, Miss Castillo. Good work.
To be honest, I couldn't have done it without Michaela, so she deserves some of your love, too.
And that's a lot.
I'll make sure to give you both credit when I talk to Mr. Crawford.
We'll have to toast you at the bachelor party.
I didn't invite you.
I know. Asher did. I'll see you both day.
But we didn't see him in the flash forward.
How is he friends with Asher?
She told you about that?
I know everything that happens in this building. Because we can't afford to lose her right now, especially when I'm out whoring myself for diet pill money. Even if that means getting down on your hands and knees, because that woman's not going to stand for anything less. And honestly, I kind of love her for that.
But the only way I can tell her that is to risk losing her forever. If she knew the truth, it would kill her.
She found him.
Same family lives there. The kid. Same age yours would be. His name's Jake. Your dad must have sold the baby to him. Julie knew. Couldn't help herself, so
what the hell
she
did
went
you
to
buy
check on him and
it?
they called the cops. She knows who your son is, but she's always known.
Bonnie finna be her ass.
Either that or telling like one half of the truth.
Sorry about this. We wouldn't have let them plan the party if we knew you were coming. You made this?
Oliver did, when he was 10. He was always trying to marry his Power Rangers. The other boys didn't get it. I didn't get it. When he came out to me all those years later, my first thought was this book, how he would never get the wedding he wanted. I know how much you mean to my son, and I can only assume he means just as much to you.
He does.
He's been through so much. You know that. He deserves this, and so do you. And I won't be upset if the ceremony happens to be in a church.
I admire what you're doing, Annalise. That's why I fought the board to fund your clinic.
She's considering pardoning Nate Sr.
You can't trust her.
But I can trust you.
I can see why you wouldn't. My misconduct wasn't some gross thing in a copy room. It was me falling in love with a client. I thought she loved me too, but the fact that it's now labeled in some HR file as misconduct, let's just say that was the firm's way of protecting themselves. I'm not a bad guy.
I never said you were.
Then stay, please. Use me to help you fight this fight. I promise I will have your back at every turn, because I am more than willing to destroy whoever gets in your way.
So you're gonna be the soldier. You be the sword, she be the shield.
I cleared my schedule as soon as I heard you were coming.
I'm turning down the job.
Why?
I just don't buy it. The sudden change of heart, the caring about people who can't vote for you.
You're wrong about me.
I doubt that.
Reaching across the aisle to make real, positive change.
What the world needs is someone with no political motives fighting for the people in this state who are wrongfully imprisoned.
The first thing you identified as when Father in was a Republican.
So, you don't want to hear about the pardon? The board agreed to free Nathaniel Leahy.
Woo!
You just need to accept the job.
Woo! She did. Now you gave yourself something. But Burkhead putting on that sweet old smile.
Please.
Guilt of not have known
Just
she didn't
tell
do
me the
everything she
truth
could to
for
free Nate's
once.
dad.
Dad was gonna keep him at home with us. So, on our way back from the hospital, we stopped at a light and I jumped out of the car and started running. I didn't stop till I reached that house.
That baby can get shocked from,
And I promised you I'd protect him. So that's what I did. I buried him.
Trust the gay force!
Trying to get
Low man.
all of everything.
Oh,
he
sleep.
wants.
I don't like you that way. That's why you've been avoiding me, right? Plus, I never hit on you knowing it hasn't been that long since what happened to Wes.
You know about Wes?
Right.
Whole school knows.
But you asked me if Christopher's dad was still in the picture.
I only did that so you didn't think I was some creepy stalker.
Well, now I do think that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was weird.
I'm not. I'm just sorry about everything you've gone through.
Alright, now go check on your baby.
Don't talk to me anymore.
Top of the wait list. We're gonna transfer you to the new place tonight. How did you do that? Big privileges. Here's the address for you later. My house got a brother down in Georgia. Name's Eugene. I know you don't approve, but writing this letter will be the sanest thing I've done in years. Dear Eugene, my name is Nathaniel Leahy.
The best
Writing the apology I should have a long time ago.
I had every intention of turning her down, but then I couldn't. Not when I could free the man whose case gave me back my career. This job has the power to help me do something right and good. It's bigger than you, me, this firm.
It's a mistake, unfortunately, I think.
So that's what I'm choosing.
But Nate's dad will at least be free.
I had Miss Keating in my office. Please relieve her of her badge and escort her directly out of the building. She no longer works here.
I spent the last 30 years.
But I understand you did put a lot on the line for her.
I'd like to report an unregistered, unlocked firearm in the home where a child lives.
She was gonna take her down.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
You hate yourself the more. You lost your brother before his time. I was sure I'd spend the rest of my days paying what I did. But then my son came back to me.
Your dad's gonna be a free man.
You mean the transfer?
I mean, he's gonna be pardoned by the governor. Paperwork clears in a week, just enough time to make space for your new roommate.
My son chose
It's
to
because
love
deep
you
down
in
inside
spite
she
of
loves
all
Nate.
the bad thing. Give him the second chance I got.
He gonna die.
I'm having that feeling too, are you?
I promise to spend the rest of my life carrying the weight of all the pain I've caused you.
Mr. Leahy, I'm afraid there's been an incident.
What does that mean? Incident. All that pain.
How? Somebody shanked him on his way
I've
out.
had it from you.
The brother probably
Because that's the
hired
least that I
somebody.
owe you. Sincerely.
No, if the brother wanted to do that, he would have done that. It's the government.
No, and not if he thought he was paying for his crime. He just got free. How? Did he got shot in the head?
Yeah. And she just gave up her job.
Simply for that reason.
Simply for that reason. She got to go back to them and be like, I was hallucinating. I don't know what I was talking about. Forgive me. Okay.
And she just did the ultimate betrayal. I don't even know if Kaplan Gold would take her back. And then the governor, if she burned Annalise some way, somehow bury her in some sort of loophole and stop her from doing all these, all her cases and whatnot and working on this plan, everybody's screwed. And then all of this was for nothing because Nate was the first one that they did and now he's dead. So then this all could be for nothing. I would hate to see that the writers took it that way though and stopped Annalise from doing something good. So I don't understand. So now we got to get into the mystery of how he died.
Right.
But it looked like he was shot in the head. It makes me think a guard did it. But I would like to think that the governor would have nothing to do with that. But I'm like, who?
But I don't trust her.
It could be either somebody in the family of the victim hired somebody in the prison to kill him. It had to have been a guard because he had a gunshot wound. That or another inmate got a hold of a weapon of a CO's gun.
Or if he was being transferred to a parking garage. Somebody was in that garage.
They could have lied. I don't know.
Mm.
But if he was being transferred, it would have been inside the prison in a secure spot. It wouldn't have. And they were still at the correction facility.
No, I don't think they were because there's
it was on the wall.
Nurse's outfits, right?
No, it was on the wall. It said corrections office. They have everybody on lockdown, I'm sure. But I started getting that feeling at the end when he was talking and the camera kept panning on him like that. I'm like, and you said it before I could. I'm like, they're going to kill him. I just don't understand why. Is it literally just so to burn Annalise? Like, is that where the story's going? Just they literally killed him to burn Annalise and ripped us from Nate. They've been building Annalise up very well, making her a really good person, a genuine good person. doing all the right things, winning, and I feel like they're about to go on a path of tearing her down, which I hate to see, because I've been enjoying the story with her being built up.
Right. I really could not see where this was going when she started taking those pictures off the boards and she was living in that hotel. You know?
She fell hard and really did such a good job building herself up and got great opportunities, and now it's like tragedy is striking. I don't like that. And now Bonnie don't know what to do. She tired of her sister lying, so she was finna have her child taken away, but Frank stopped that. I'm kind of glad, because don't ruin her life because you feel like she ruined yours. It's an eye for an eye. It's terrible, and it's really gonna hurt the kid more than anything, so just don't do that. Don't put the kid in the system.
Right.
But Bonnie wanted her to feel the hurt that she felt. I could see that. And now we got to figure out Gabriel's backstory. He does seem to be taking an interest in Laurel and the friend group in general, but we'll see what that's about. Frank's working on that. We got to figure out who the dad was, but it's just a matter of time and why he was sent here. I feel like, not maybe sent here, but why he wanted to come here.
Yeah.
We still got to get to that, and then figure out what's going on at this wedding. Bonnie's definitely going down a dark path, so we'll have to see. And as far as the wedding, we ain't seen Oliver, his mama, Nate, or Gabriel. And they all supposed to be at the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
But Bonnie has Nate's phone.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how.
Obviously, from here, he's going to crash out. So.
Very possible. And Bonnie's already one more bad fucking news from crashing out.
Right.
So I don't know what it's. The story's definitely gonna take a twist. We're getting towards episode 9. That's where it started getting crazy. But God, and everybody said the show don't slow down. It just ramp up. It just continuously just throw shit at them. But is it weird that I'm actually enjoying everybody being at a decent spot, building themselves up? Like, this is everything they fought for, so it's actually kind of fun. I mean, the show has been a lot more chill than it has been crazy like the other seasons, but I'm not mad at that. Like, I'm not bored. I'm very still invested and interested, and like, you watch the characters suffer so much.
We really don't need murder.
Like, what's the point of watching these characters if you don't want to see them actually reach the goals that they were trying to achieve? You know what I mean? I don't like those shows that just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to feel like how I did at the end of Game of Thrones, defeated like that. Like, my whole journey was for nothing. I want to see them. You know, of course, they got to fall along the way. You got to make the good character arcs. They got to have their highs and their lows, and maybe they still will reach a high by the end of this. But I don't know. Feels like we were doing really good. So
yeah, but I'm glad it was like a consistent type of good, and not just like one episode, 2 episodes you were doing good, and then down.
No, I would say, at least for me, this show's been solid the whole way through. I've been really thoroughly enjoying it. The whole show. No, I'm saying the whole show has been thorough for me. Like, good. I haven't felt like I've watched any bad episodes. Like,
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like building themselves up, them being built up.
I feel like it's been a good journey. Everybody's had their highs and their lows, depending on what's going on, and the stories flowed in a natural way.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but everything pretty much connects. Like, we're talking about stuff that they hinted at in season 2 and 3 and stuff like that. So the story does a good job connecting everything back. So, yeah.
It better with them flashbacks and flash forward.
Yeah, but now we got a whole nother situation going on, and Burkhead gonna show her ass at the wrong moment. I just feel, and I don't know what Annalise gonna do, but she's smart and she's resilient. And
for real, I mean, she's been building money. She can start her own firm out pretty soon.
Yeah, and I mean, at the party, though, at the wedding, she seemed to be, until Frank gave her bad news, she seemed to be doing okay. Right. She didn't seem to be upset. But I mean, people be smiling in front of everybody's faces. You don't really know how they be. So, I don't know. I want to know why she smacked Frank, though. That's what I want to know. Yeah. But all right. I think that's all I got for this one. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Of course, you want to hear what you guys thought.
Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Subscribe to the page on.
And we'll see you guys for more How to Get Away with Murder.
Bye.